20-year-old Milwaukee rapper Dante Garrett behind bars.
Would I take a plea for 10 years if I was snitching?
What case was you just fighting just now?
I was fighting all really heroin charges.
Okay.
It ain't no secret.
Welcome back to another episode of Tru-Street TV, where we cover everything street related. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell, and let's get right into it. Today's story brings us back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, one of the most slept on cities in terms of rap talent, in my opinion, and a city where a lot of rappers actually live what they're rapping about, as the street culture in Milwaukee is still dominated by hustling and getting money, similar to Detroit, rather than shooting guns like Chicago, creating countless rappers from the city to speak on their life in the booth. That brings us to the man we're here to talk about today, 27-year-old Dante Garrett, or better known by his rap name, CapDrive, Montana. Born on the north side of Milwaukee near 29th and Capitol Drive. As I've said many times in past videos, the north side is known as being the most gutter and dangerous side of Milwaukee. Capitol Drive also happens to be the most dangerous street in Milwaukee, as it is a 3-lane street going all the way through the north side, known for reckless drivers speeding up and down Cap.
A new report ranks the most dangerous streets in the city. Capitol Drive is by far and away at the top of the list.
Shooting down Cap, doing 100, I might catch a ticket. It's like my talent pulling over, that shit sound ridiculous.
Montana wouldn't exactly have a chance at a normal life, being born right into the trenches. He was taught how to sell drugs by older guys in his neighborhood as young as 11 years old, which may sound crazy, but in Milwaukee, this is a regular occurrence. By the time Montana was 16, he made his first 10 bands in the streets and was a well-known face on the north side. A year later, at just 17 years old, he would catch his first case as an adult, being caught with a gun in April of 2014. Just 2 months later, in June of 2014, Montana will be caught with another firearm and be placed on probation. In Wisconsin, being caught with a gun isn't that big of a deal as, let's say, Illinois. As long as you're not already a felon, it's only a misdemeanor in Wisconsin to unlawfully carry a gun. Going into the year 2015, Montana was knee-deep in the Milwaukee streets. The Milwaukee rap scene was growing, with the Blessed Team and Wonder Red Reed being hot in the city around this time. And listening to these local artists would inspire Montana to start rapping himself. Munch Lauren was also a big rapper in the city, as he dropped Big Money in the summer of 2015, which still gets plays to this day. In January of 2016, just 5 days after Montana's birthday, he would release his first song, Old Kobe, which was going absolutely crazy in the streets and instantly had his name buzzing.
Young nigga ballin' hard like the old Kobe, with a click for the shooters, better than that boy you know.
This big song would kickstart Montana's rap career, but like many other Milwaukee rappers, this would also put him on Milwaukee police's radar. Montana will continue living his fast life and will release Graham sometime this year.
I got a bad bitch draped in Gucci fair, shooting down north, left them boys stuck on Brown Deer.
Police will catch up to him and charge him with possession of narcotics in March. And just 4 days later was arrested again for possession of narcotics and cocaine. It was clear Montana was fully dedicated to street hustling. He would also release a feature with Money Mine in July called Rico, and another feature called Dream Team with other Northside artists, which Montana went crazy on, showing his unique wordplay while shit talking the whole song.
Wheels tinted, hell yeah, but your bitch in here. You better not go up in her crib, cause it's a brick in there.
In August of 2016, he would find himself in trouble again after going on a high-speed chase in a stolen car and crashing the car. Police would arrest Montana, and in the car they would find baggies, a scale, along with heroin, cocaine, and an M4 rifle. He would be released a month later on a $10,000 bond. His bond was initially $30,000, and his lawyer would request for a bail reduction, which was granted, allowing him to be released on the $10,000 bond. Rumors would begin circulating around the city, calling Montana a snitch, after his friend Moochie would go on Facebook accusing Montana of telling on him. Shortly after bonding out from jail, Montana will release a First Day Out. After this, Montana will release one of his best songs to date, in my opinion, called Life on the Run, detailing how he's facing 40 years in prison.
I just got a call from my lawyer, told me to flee the state. If I lose trial, y'all won't see me till I'm 58. And what the fuck I supposed to tell my son? Judge trying to give me 40 years, but now I'm on the run.
He would also drop his only mixtape to date at the end of 2016 called Montana vs. the State. Montana would also start beefing with his old friend Cushy Chris, who he previously collabed on a song with. Apparently, Chris' house was ran in and robbed while he attended a Bucks game, and people began pointing the finger at Montana.
You going around telling niggas Montana broke in my house. Niggas stop fucking playing with me, you bitch ass nigga. When niggas ready to your house, who you calling, nigga? Who you calling, nigga? Montana, bro. Montana, bro. Niggas broke in my house, bro. Niggas broke in my house. Crime. nigga.
His other friend, Moochie, who was also on that song, will begin beefing with Montana as well, claiming Montana told police he was in the car that Montana crashed and was caught with the drugs in. There was also rumors spreading around that Money Mont had stole Montana phones while he was in jail, which is a common occurrence in Milwaukee. After going back and forth for some time, Montana would hit the studio and make his biggest song to date, Extortion. This and Cushy Chris. This song has over 2 million views today and was the talk of the city for months after release.
We gon' start this shit off by saying fuck Chris. How you screaming Fred gang and you tried to rob him, bitch? You said I ran in your house. Shit, you a sweet lick.
Cushy Chris would drop a response to this song, but it only has around 80,000 views. Another rumor will begin spreading that Montana had wore a wire on a man named Demetrius while purchasing 10 grams of heroin. And a supposed video of this transaction was released on Facebook.
The following is a conversation of the CS purchasing approximately 10 grams of heroin from Demetrius James.
Damn, him and they said the kids was still in there, bro. That's why we gotta be safe out here, big bro. We know, my nigga.
Oh, that shit crazy.
It's the whole team?
Yeah.
That shit look kinda up.
Montana's name was now buzzing all over the city. From drama to his music, he was the talk of Milwaukee at the top of 2017 and will go live showing his paperwork after the snitching allegations. He would show how he didn't tell police who the passenger was to clear his name of snitching on Moochie.
Your boy was the talk of the city, right? Your boys, the hating ass niggas, but we got paperwork now. I walked Garrett from his cell to the interview room at District 5 to question him regarding his incident. While walking Garrett, he stated that he didn't want to go to the interview room because he wasn't going to make what? A statement.
He would go on to release Old Kobe in January, right after Extortion, which also went crazy in the city.
You can make 100,000 in a week. CapDrive, we the black mob. I feel like big meat.
On January 21st, Milwaukee would respond to a shots fired call and spot a Ford F-150 with bullet holes and casings around the car, suggesting it was involved in a shootout. Police would find cocaine, a bulletproof vest, and they would also find around 30 of Montana vs. the State CDs in the truck. After also finding Montana's fingerprints in the truck, police would arrest Garrett and put his face on the news 2 weeks later in February.
20-year-old Milwaukee rapper Dante Garrett behind bars. He's known to law enforcement by his stage names Montana, CapDrive Montana, and Big Homie Montana. He's uploaded several videos of his music on YouTube.
Funny enough, when Montana was going live about the Cushy Chris situation, he's actually seen in the same truck that police later found. Montana would have to sit in jail after being charged with bail jumping for all his previous cases and would receive a new bail of around $35,000. After spending the next year in jail fighting his cases, Montana will come to an agreement with the state, being sentenced to 6 years in prison. He will be sent to Dodge and then Ryoc, a prison that was seen for offenders under 25 years old. He would sit his prison time in Ryoc, which he worked on his craft in, even having a keyboard in prison, able to play the piano and rap over his own beats. He would be released back on the streets in July of 2020 after serving a little bit over 3 years after completing an early release program like we spoke about in other videos. Montana will waste no time going back to work, releasing Thank God for Heron just 1 week after being released. This will make huge waves across the city, sitting at over 500,000 views today.
Montana this, Montana that. Let's get serious. Would I take a plea for 10 years if I was snitching? Let me put you broke bitches on the little secret, dog. I just counted 30 racks in 30 minutes.
Just a few days later, he would release an EP called Street Therapy with songs like Dear God, which he shot the video for a few days after this release.
Got the devil staying next door, he my neighbor. I've been putting in work for dog, he owed me a favor.
In October, he would go and do an interview with DJ Jerry, a well-known DJ around Milwaukee. I was surprised at this interview as DJ Jerry seemed to be trolling Montana with snitch questions.
But you gotta answer each question in the box in 20 seconds or less. You ready?
All
right, grab the first one, bro. Read what it say. Read it out loud. Read it out loud. Read what it say. What it say?
Have you ever planted grits in one of your homies' crib?
Yeah.
Hell no, never will. Ain't never did it. Like I said, if a nigga ever show some proof of that, I'll give you 50,000 a day.
But Montana was able to brush it off and complete his interview, claiming he wasn't police at all. In this interview, Montana would also speak on Money Mont stealing his phones after he was arrested.
Yeah, he fooled me, thought he was going crazy. That was really waiting for me to get knocked. They run off with them phones. My mama, I got knocked. They came with the opportunity. Like, damn, bro, doing 5 G's a day on a slow day. What up? Why not? Why not? It don't make sense, my nigga. They like, fuck, bro. They niggas thought they had an opportunity. Like, a lot of niggas ain't shiesty. It's just when they see some money in front of them, they opportunities.
Montana also spoke on Moochie running from the car and leaving all his drugs and a gun behind for Montana to take the fall for.
I was riding with, I don't say names, but the streets know who it was. I was riding with bro. No bullshit. Motherfucker got on the chase. Bro jumped out the car, threw everything back in the car on me. Through the woo, through the gun, all public, look it up, I ain't lying.
The next month in September, he would release All Facts, where he speaks on the case with Moochie.
Now this what happened, me and Moochie, we was sliding every day, 200 grams, how we ride. Out of nowhere, dog, the police got behind. I couldn't shake them, I told bro, just jump out, I'm gonna keep on driving. Hey, I gotta end this song by saying free Moochie, bro. I hope they do so I can fill you up with bullet holes. How you gonna try to run my name through the dirt, bitch? When I stay solid and I took the case for all this shit.
He would go into 2021 dropping more music like Dope Lingo and Hot 60. Also releasing another EP in April called Crack Baby. In May, he would release a song called Babyface Ray Remix with over 150,000 views today. Now we're in 2022. Montana has successfully stayed out of trouble for almost 2 years and is consistent with his music, although he definitely could have put some mixtapes together. He would continue to feed the streets with singles and music videos. He would release Off My Chest in January of 2022, speaking on a lot of things, including one of the Mari boys who is his cousin and left him hanging in prison.
Got locked up, I hit you for some money. You said, go ahead, give your mama my number. And when she hit you up, niggas just stop answering. Now I'm richer than you niggas, I can't stop laughing.
In February, Montana released Miami Vice, which is a hard song in my opinion, and I'm surprised it doesn't have way more views. He would also collab with Lil RB and Big P on a song in May called Grindin', which sits at almost 1 million views today. In 2023, Montana would end up back in prison facing revocation. I'm not sure what this case was over, but he would spend about a year in Stanley Correctional Institution before being released in June of 2024. He would release a song called Young Jock right after getting out, where the intro would talk about Montana killing a man in self-defense, and that's why he was locked up, but I have no further info on this and can't verify this.
A group of men pulled guns on him to Garrett, shooting and killing one. Charged with murder, Garrett stayed in the county jail, but his fortune seemingly changed when a jury ruled he killed in self-defense, making him a free man once again.
It's going down.
He would also run into Demetrius, who is the man Montana is accused of wearing a wire on. Montana would post a video to Instagram showing Demetrius, where he would go on to say that Montana never wore a wire on him and that there was a third man in the car who was attempting to set both of them up at the same time.
Y'all tried to lie my name and said I told on the nigga, wore a wire on the nigga and all kind of shit, and you know, I let y'all run with that shit because I knew that this day was gonna come where after all the bullshit, when you hear something from the horse's mouth, you can't dispute that. Just give me 1 second.
What it be, y'all? You know, there's a lot of bullshit going on with bro name and mine. You know what I mean? Just to clear the air on that shit, you know what I mean? Me and bro end up getting set up at the same time. You know what I mean? So, you know, as far as the videos and all that shit go, you know what I mean? Another nigga put that on us, man. You know what I mean? Bro solid, he 100. And shit, for the record, man, y'all owe bro apology for that shit, for real.
I might state your name so they know though, cause
y'all, like they said, you know, the video said my name, Demetrius James. Shit, you're hearing it from the horse's mouth.
Since then, Montana has spent his days on Instagram showing off hundreds of thousands of dollars and seems to be living the dream life. He then changed his rap name to 7-Figure Montana and hasn't been dropping music that much as he is focused on other things. I'd like to see him spend time creating another mixtape. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts and let me know who I should cover next. If you enjoy this kind of content, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Listen, hey Montana, where you been? You ain't posted on the ground. Boy, I'm on the run. I really posted out of town. They caught a load. 2 bricks a boy with 200 pounds. At least $500,000 cash when I broke it down. What's the biggest loss you ever had? Nigga, what's the biggest risk you ever took? Bitch, son, don't come up in this kitchen, yeah. Now right now, baking soda, daddy finna cook. Ayy, but he knows he though. He in blender shaking, so he take a look. At least he know his pops a kingpin, not no petty crook. Doing 100 down the side street, trying to take the hooks. Pulling with this big earthquake, get a nigga shook. I'm a damn librarian, I be serving books. In other words, little nigga, I got